So here we are looking at our shade, and we want to identify the motor side. The motor side is the side with the battery cable here going into the front of the shade and the manual button that's very small that you can see right here. So to conduct this replacement, what we're going to do is begin by removing the end cap on the shade. To remove the end cap, you're going to come around the back side of the shade and rock the end cap around to the front. So we're lifting up on this feature here and rocking it around to the front. You always want to remove the back first on this type of shade. We're going to come in with our drill here. This is a #1 Robertson drive, and we're going to go ahead and remove the screw from the end plate on the shade. There's 2 screws. Both of them are #1 Robertson. Then what we want to do is ensure that the cable here, #1, isn't caught around anything. Also, we want to use a special grip here that holds onto the headrail while holding on to the tube of the fabric all at the same time. What we don't want to do is have the fabric come out of the limit on the opposite end of the shade. So we're going to hang on here, and we're going to slowly rock our motor out, and as you can see, I'm just slowly rocking it out. These features here fit into the front. There's a collar here, an idler that drives the tube. Going to go ahead and slide that out, move it out of the way here. And notice I didn't lose control of the tube and the headrail here, so everything stayed in place on the opposite end of the shade. What I'm going to do now is bring in my new motor here, and things I want to consider about inserting the new motor is, #1, I don't want to pinch or crush the wire in any way, and I have this drive here. This is where the motor drives the tube. I have the idler here. All of that needs to line up with the interior here of the tube. So I'm going to take my motor, put the wire here down to the front around the motor here. Don't want to pinch it in the headrail. Going to line the interior features here up with the headrail, slide it on into place, and notice the 2 features here fit in between the feature of the rail. Going to move the wire out of the way here. Look inside, make sure that wire is not crushed in any way, and then slide it on home. The next thing I'm going to do is drive the idler into the features inside the tube there, move it around a little bit, and I've just replaced the motor. Now what I'm going to do is return the screws into the shade. And to do this, I always clutch the drill down to its lowest setting. I'm going to go ahead and just partially drive the screws into the headrail, and then use a hand driver to go ahead and tighten them the rest of the way. The reason for that is I don't want to crush the end plate, split it, anything like that as we're going into the shade here. So now I've got my screws in, I'm all lined up to the front, it's nice and even across the front. I've got my tube in place with the Sonnette fabric on it. I'm going to go ahead and return the end cap onto the end of the shade. To reinstall the end cap, I simply put it on the front of the headrail and rock it around onto the back side. I should get a nice audible click that lets me know that that end cap is locked into place. And now it's time to hang the shade in a window or hanging rack to set the limits. And that's how you replace the motor on a Sonnette shade with PowerView motorization.